Hello everyone, my name is Danny. This review is for the movie called The Mustang. Roman Coleman, a convict in a rural Nevada prison who struggles to escape his past, rediscovers his own humanity in a social rehabilitation program. There he must gentle and especially unbreakable Mustang named Marcus. During the program, Roman is helped by a no nonsense veteran trainer and an outgoing fellow inmate and trick writer. His journey with Marcus inspires a heartfelt connection and challenges him to be a better person. This is a 2019 film. It is rated R, sadly, and it runs around an hour and a half. This stars Matthias Schoenaerts, Jason Mitchell, and Bruce Dern. Bruce Dern is this guy. Kind of familiar. He's kind of older, but he's the kind of the horse trainer, person that works with the prison and everything in this movie. So he's always been a pretty good guy. So the Mustang. Well, this is a pretty unknown movie. It's from this year and never heard of it. Just came up on my research and pretty generic name, a pretty generic movie. You always get excited for a movie with a horse in it, and you think it's going to be great. And this is not one of those movies. This is not a happy-go-lucky horse movie. This is very serious. It's a drama. It deals a lot with this Roman's life in prison, why he's in prison. Does he regret anything he's done? Is he going to make his time in prison useful? You know, Once he gets the opportunity to use his time well by working with the horses, he embraces the opportunity, but he's still a little shy, with the whole experience because he's working with the most violent horse. Of course, he gets the most violent one, and sometimes it's a success. Sometimes things aren't really working out, and um, hate to give the ending away, but I won't say exactly what it is. But it's very stereotypical for a movie with a horse that's being kept in captivity, or being kept behind bars or anything like that, or wanting to be sold. Just has a very obvious ending. So it kind of ends awkwardly too. It's just a lot of these movies that are independent projects, even though they get a couple stars in them, it doesn't mean that they're any good. So I think what is good about this is the fact that it is a drama, that it does have to deal with human elements, and it does get a little emotional. It does get a little, very serious with inmates and with Roman's person that comes to visit him every once in a while. So I think it has a lot going for it. I think that it's an easy watch, and there's not much to it. There's no like exciting things that happen. This guy that plays Jason Mitchell, the one that plays kind of the fun inmate, kind of like Chris Rock and Adam Sandler when they did their football movie. There's always a fun inmate, Jason Mitchell gets to play that, and what happens to him is kind of a twist, but it's handled so awkwardly and all of a sudden, and it doesn't give any follow up to the situation. So I'd say that's like the best thing in the movie, and they kind of just didn't handle it correctly. But otherwise, I've seen this kind of story before. I've seen this version of this movie before, just a little twisted up with a couple different things, Um, I just, it's neat to hear at the beginning and at the end of this movie, they talk about these horses that are, today, right now, being taken from being wild Mustangs, wild horses, and being put into these prison areas where they can train them to, they can try and break them to be normal horses so they can use them for border control or military use, or just people wanting another horse. This is where they go, is to these facilities, and these inmates get, a real good chance at life, to have something to really work with, real, passion. And when they serve their time and they're done, then it really does turn them into better people, because it gives them something to do while they're in prison, to really use their time and put their focus on and follow their heart and do something, so they're not just sitting around, with idle hands and stuff. So there's a lot of neat parts to this movie. There's a lot of neat reasons why this movie got made. If you want to check into some of these things, it did say there's a bunch of them in Arizona, Kansas, Texas, Arkansas. There's a bunch of facilities like this that do train these horses. So if that's something you'd like to research, it's a very viable subject. If you want to watch this just because it has horses in it, that's a good reason too. And if you want to watch this because of decent acting, that's a reason too. So I think it's something to search out. I think that most people will get something out of it. It's just with the basic storyline, the basic acting, and the basic ending, and the basic theme. I'm going to give The Mustang a C. I'm glad I watched it. I'm glad it came across my path. I just didn't get much out of it, other than it being original and kind of a neat message. So that's what I can suggest to you. A C for The Mustang. Thanks a lot, guys. My name's Danny. If you like this or any of my other videos, try and give some of them a watch. Like and subscribe to my channel if you would, and enjoy your movies. Thanks.